random junk from the archives.
Well, some people tell
I've
me
been
it's funny.
scaring myself. It's terribly frightening.
Well, some people look away.
No, I don't look away. I look at it. I look quite fondly and stuff. It's it's part of your life, you know. It's a good crack. I've had a good life, and it's nice, yeah.
And what do you do? So you're reversioning. Is that the technical term for what you're doing?
Well, what happened? I mean, last year I went on tour. We did 3 shows, culminating in the Royal Albert Hall, and basically took Spandau's greatest hits and a couple of obscure songs, and orchestrated the whole scenario. The first half was some songs that I love and some new songs from the new album. And the second half, I became my own tribute band, but with 50 people on stage, so a 10-piece band, rock band, and then a 40-piece orchestra. And it's taken Spandau's songs, really, and doing them in a completely different way. And
But there was always something quite epic about Spandau Ballet songs, wasn't there? I mean, they weren't regular pop songs.
They're quite grand. I mean, they're quite sort of, they're quite lovey, really, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, at the time, I mean, when you sort of invented that style, the Spandau style, were people sort of saying it's not pop music, it's something else? Did you get a bit of that?
I mean, when we first started, I mean, we heard a little bit of, to cut a long story short, which was 1980, a long time ago. But, it was very kind of, very synth, very 4 on the floor, very, kind of dance stuff. Like, so,
I'm glad you asked that, because I had no idea.
when you're just going, so quite dancey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then by the time we got to 1983, and we got to True, the style of the band had kind of changed, and we went into Gold. But it was still quite sort of grand, really, and the songs do lend themselves to orchestration, and they've been beautifully orchestrated. And so I'm doing the tour in October. I think we're on. God, we've gone sound any second, so that's good.
So Gold, what a brilliant thing to have written, actually, because it was kind of the anthem, wasn't it, for the London 2012, and hopefully we might get to play it today as well.
Yeah,
if we get another Gold.
Well, Gary, the guitarist, wrote the song, and I remember when he presented it to the band, we all went, "Wow, this is really cool. It's a great song." And I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in the end. I mean, that was it back in the day, and it still gets played today, and True, and Through the Barricades, Only When You Leave, Lifeline and stuff. So they've stood the test of time, which is good.
So you're working with an orchestra now. Do you play an instrument yourself?
Badly. Enough to write songs. A piano, guitar. I'm a frustrated drummer.
Right.
It's like I'm always trying to get on someone's drum kit, but I'm not very good. But
can you read music? I mean,
no.
No.
I mean, when you're writing songs, it's really, it's kind of you fiddling about on the piano. You just come up with ideas, and then you just start. It's melody, really.
So it's just by ear.
Yeah, just by ear. And then I have to try and so I use recorders and stuff to record ideas or guitar ideas.
Yes.
And then but I co-write on the new album. Co-writing with lots of different people as well, and it's good. It's really
and there's a documentary, a sort of rockumentary, isn't there, about Spandau?
Yeah, well, so we've been working on it for about 1.5 years. I mean, me and all the Spandau boys are on a great level, and we've put this documentary together, and it's waltz and all. It's some of it's
is that
kind
painful?
It's interesting because you're seeing parts of your life that you didn't know existed in a way, because I didn't know I was being filmed at the time. And then you kind of get to we go through the breakup and everything else. And that is quite painful. I don't know if you've ever seen Metallica, the documentary about Metallica. There's parts of this that remind me of Metallica when you're sitting there with your head in your hands going, oh, God, But it's good, it's great. And so I'll be touring, and promoting myself this year. And
you are going to sing, you're doing I've called it a Valentine's special for us later.
Yeah.
What are you going to sing?
It's got to be true, isn't it?
Very good.
Sorry, I mean, you call me Mr. Cliche, but it's got to be true. So I've got to say happy Valentine's to my wife, Hadley.
Oh, very good. Nice touch.
See,
nice touch.
It's good, isn't it?
And the voice in the morning? Are you OK with singing in the morning?
Well, we sound-checked at 5 o'clock this morning.
I heard it.
Yes, we heard you.
I think I sounded like Tom Waits at that point. But I've livened up, had a few cups of tea, so I should be all right.
Good. Oh, thanks for coming to see you. Tony will be on tour in the UK in October, and he'll be singing for us live at the end of the programme. Here is Tony Hadley with True. Have a great day.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels when toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? I want the truth to be said. Ooh, I know this much is true. Ooh, I know this much is true. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, dissolve the nerves that have just begun. Listening to Marvin all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound, always slipping from my hands. Sends a time of its own. Take your seaside arms and write the next line. I want the truth to be known. Ooh, I know this much is true. Ooh, I know this much is true. Bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? I want the truth to be. I want that truth to be said. Ooh, I know this much is true. Ooh, I know this much is. I know this much. I know this much is true. Happy Valentine's, thank you very much. It's far too early for this kind of thing.